Daniel Allen. Daniel Allen, a former leader at the University of Virginia, is a rising fourth-year student pursuing a degree in foreign affairs, concentrating in Latin America, and a minor in global cultural and commerce within the College of Arts and Sciences at UVA. His interest in the area is chiefly concerned with political economy and economic development. He hopes that his studies in politics, from both a domestic and foreign perspective, will help prepare him for a career in public policy, either for the government or an NGO in the future. Aside from his studies, Daniel is on fourth-year council, serving as a member and project manager for the Alumni Relations Career Transitions Committee, chair of Student Council's Public Service, a crew leader for Habitat for Humanity of Greater Charlottesville, a residence advisor for 2010-2011 school years, and sits on the Public Service Advisory Board for the university. So without further ado, Daniel.
Okay, so as you can see, I am doing Twitter, and let's just start off with, how many of you guys actually use Twitter? That was actually way more than I expected. So that's like roughly half of you. With my group, I think it was just you, Rihanna, that had one. So that's already off to a better start. But yeah, let's go. Okay. Let's click the middle button. Alright, some background information on Twitter. Twitter came out with the prototype 4 years ago and premiered at the South by Southwest conference in 2006. Are any of you guys familiar with South by Southwest? It's like a big media conference in Austin, Texas, where bands perform and there are other types of media that perform every year. It's like a huge conference that everyone knows about if you're like into technical stuff. This is something that you'll be talking about, I'm sure, all the time. But yeah, Twitter is based right out of San Francisco, California, and its name is actually derived from birds chirping. It's just another form of communication, and that's what they base it upon. Just like same with like Boost Mobile, I think as like you chirp when you text, that type of thing. And the purpose, obviously, for Twitter is instant communication to large organizations. It's just so you can get real-time responses out, and you can disseminate information really quickly to large amounts of people all at once. Using Twitter. Creating a page is actually pretty simple. You just go to the website, there's like a tutorial, and it's like Twitter 101. It's just 3 steps. You make your sign-up information, you make a picture and a background, and then you just make a bio telling a little bit about yourself so that people know what to look for, and they search for certain topics. You'll come up and they search for you on Twitter. So yeah, the bio lets consumers know what you're talking about and what to expect from your page. So like if you're doing something like with computers, Dell obviously will have computer within their bio so that when you search it, it'll come up for them. And the bio also can give more information in terms of like what exactly like what you're doing. This way they have an incentive to go back to your site each time. So after you're creating your page, you can make people can choose to follow and unfollow you on Twitter. Like the image and background is another advantage that attracts people to your site, so they keep coming back. And in that way, since they have to follow you, they have to subscribe to your page. This makes you want to keep updating it often and make sure that like your background is something that's appealing and people want to keep coming back to it. Yep. So like, and in terms of like what you put out on your Twitter, just like Millionaire said with his page, you don't want to spam all the people who are following you. You want to make sure that everything you're putting out is relevant and pertinent information that's current and updated that your followers want to know about. But, and also, do you guys know why Twitter has 140 characters that they limit to you? Anybody know why?
To make you post more?
Huh?
To make you post more?
That'd be the opposite effect of it.
Oh, okay.
So I know.
I think you were short and sweet.
Exactly. And the actual idea, like where Twitter is, what it comes from, it's a juxtaposition of away messages and text messages. So with all of your text messages, you know that it has 160 character limit. So the extra the 20 characters taken off is just to incorporate the length of your title of your page as well. But like I think Eric was trying to get at is the fact that like you don't want to have like really long things about it on your page. That's not what Twitter is made for. You can have a blog for that. Twitter is more microblogging, so you just want to keep things short and simple, like Brianna said as well. It's the same way it works with like political advertisement. You don't want to have like really like large and like huge excessive rhetoric about your topic. They just want the nuts and bolts, something that'll stick out and then it'll stick with you. It'll be just a few keywords about what you need to get out to your public. And this is a picture of my Twitter page. I decided to make one about the World Cup, and as you can see, like on the side, the people that I'm following, I have one for each team, and for like the AP World Press and Fox Soccer News. These are all like important things, or like they just show up on my homepage and I just retweet them. Or when I go, I can post something online. Like you see, like the third one there is the box score from the Portugal-Mozambique friendly game. I can just go put something short about the as a title for it, and then put the actual link to it, and people know exactly where to go to from there. So mine's just a pretty good like one-stop shopping for finding out about the World Cup. And I am, I think, pretty easily found because I've gotten some random people that have actually followed, like decided to follow me, despite the fact that I just made it like a couple days ago. Just based upon like my bio, it just says that, hey soccer fans, this is all things World Cup, your spot for all news about the 2010 World Cup. Follow me to stay current, and that's exactly what it does. Do you have a question?
Do you run your whole Twitter page like all by yourself, or do you have other people helping you so you can get like all the information on the World Cup?
It's just me. One of the benefits of Twitter is the fact that like, when you follow certain people, it just all shows up in your own page, so I don't really have to go anywhere else. And I do it anyway. I'm always on like ESPN and SoccerNet anyway, so